Hello, darlings. Hello, hello. Hello. How's all y'all? All right, Wacky Wednesday. Why did I call it that? Because we wacky. You know, just cause. My apologies for being late. Mimi's work is never done. Yeah. So the jury's still out. It's either Mimi's hugs and kisses make things better, or I'm pretty sure it could have been the M&Ms. But you never know. I will get no credit in that. You guys will vote for the M&Ms. I know how you are. Hello. Hello, hello. Y'all doing your jokes. Go for it. Raise the vibration. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy. All right. So, Wacky Wednesday. How have you guys been? Thanks, Nadia, for the confidence. Yeah, it was the M&Ms. Yeah. Victoria, yeah. Lee gets the peanut M&Ms, but the babies, they like those little tubes with their little minis because they're little baby hands. But yeah. Okay. Joe, thank you, honey. Thank you. All right. Oh, Lord. Teenager has a joke. Well, you going to tell a joke. You have to come tell him. Come on. Miss Gabrielle has a joke. What's the joke? Speak up.
Did you hear about the chef that passed away?
A chef that passed away.
He passed away. Can only do so much.
The chef passed away. Okay. All right. That's what I'm raising in my house. Y'all have pity on me? Nope. I know you don't. All right. So Gabby gets the vote on that one. Limo, hubby's in here. Green ones are the best, just like crayons. Well, you know what they say about green M&Ms? They make you horny. So
What?
Gabby just went, what? No. All right. Yeah, that's my child. You ever want to get a good pun or a good joke in? Gabby's the one to go to. We have a battle that we tell jokes and stuff. Lee will tell you. He rolls his eyes at us most of the time. Now, my oldest son, Jonathan, and I, because he has my sense of humor too, we literally will start a conversation that makes no sense to anyone else around us. But it's like word association, but they don't associate. Someone says a word, and the next person says another word, but they don't make sense. And I remember we had a family dinner one time, and Jonathan and I just looked at each other, and we kind of telepathically knew where this conversation was going to go. And he goes, Mama, turquoise. And I said, aliens. And he goes, orange. And I said, pancakes. And this conversation started rolling, and it ended up being turquoise aliens on the roof don't like pancakes because unicorns don't fly straight or something like that. It's just how we do. And everyone just turns around, looks at us, goes, what? But Jonathan and I just sit and laugh. Lee will tell you, because we're nuts. But we're dead serious when we say it. But anyway. Jez loves the one with nuts. Okay. Oh, I told you Wacky Wednesday is the right word. All right. Jonathan is a good guy. He's a sweetheart. He's weird. Well, baby sister would say that.
And an idiot.
And an idiot. Okay. Well, don't you feel the love? All right. Yeah, he and his wife right now they just broke ground on building their new house. So they're doing very, very well. And yeah, they're awake. Awake is in good terms, and they know what's going on. And my daughter-in-law, she's a massage therapist, and she's into tarot and crystals, and she's just a beautiful woman. And I love the fact that they're a good match. And she keeps my son straight because I can't be there to do it. But okay, yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I know that sounds bad, but I don't like the ones with nuts. Pure chocolate. Thank you, Nadia. All right. So you guys started out since I was a few minutes late. Jay Rocco, you're so funny, Joe. You old school. You just go light brown, like yeah. And whoever said they melt in your mouth and not in your hand? Have you ever held a handful of M&Ms in 90-degree weather in August? They do melt. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. So, Wacky Wednesday. We are here. I have pulled your oracle cards and just laughed. And I told Nadia, uh, thank you, Wings. He goes, it's 13:13 because my clocks are set on military time. So, he's always reminding me of angel numbers too. Um. Anyway, uh, coffee doodle pop in after 15 minutes, Jay. I thought I put that in a permanent description, and apparently it was only for one show. I'll have to go back and fix that. So I'll make a note to fix Coffee Boy. But how are you guys doing? Um, Energy's been a little wacky, up and down, good but bad. Seems like everybody's got claws out right now, picking on everybody else, even in the community, and myself included, because I'm to the point that I'm going for the jugular for some people. Well, Jen, that's not good. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got to do your own thing. And if you don't feel that something's right and you disagree with somebody, it's okay to speak up. And it's okay to vent when people make you mad. And something tells me that's in the energy lately. Nadia gets to hear it from me all the time. God bless her. Um, so, little update on my little upgrade journey. I was set off Monday evening from a different chat room. I just got set off. I just absolutely lost my shit, and I just had to turn it off, go away, and took a leap of physical, well, not physical, but a spiritual leap, and went into a different realm to rebalance myself, because that's what I do now, because this dimension sucks, if you didn't know that. And spent quite a few hours there. And you want to know what I found that was funny? I thought it was my journey so far. I've been going by myself with my guides and ascended masters, and all of you guys showed up. I could name all of you in a different timeline. I was calling you by name. We were all laughing. We were having a good time. Our energy was good. We were dealing with stupid people, and we just kept laughing and laughing. So if you ever wanted to know what we were like in a different realm or a different timeline, we're just as nuts as we are here now. And I actually have more freedom to express ourselves there than we do here. So if you just wanted to know, I go to vent because I can't always rely on the 3D to support me, because I see and hear things that people don't, and I don't understand it, and I get mad. And I could probably count on one hand how many people I could literally pick up the phone and call and go, I'm just, the comes out, and I just can't. There's too much 3D, and I can't handle it. I'm like, you're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing the bigger picture. And I don't get it. But y'all deal with me, and I appreciate it. And if you didn't want to, you wouldn't be here. All right. So, what's going on, guys? Give them love, hug them really hard around the neck. Is that full arms or just... It's a technical question. I just wanted to know. Hugs are very specific. Is that... Or is that 66 pounds of pressure sent one... Never mind. Hubby, I know. Hubby has to listen to me all the time. I'll be in a chat room somewhere else and I lose my shit. And I'm like, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all batshit crazy. And he just sits there and goes, honey, you can't fix stupid. And he knows my response. And I want hubby to put my response in here. What do I say? You can't. He says you can't fix stupid. What do I say, hubby? He'll tell you. Watch for Lee's response because he knows it because I say it enough. Depress the jugular, just saying. Well, that's to put him to sleep, honey. Snap in the neck. It takes 66 pounds of pressure in one direction. If you just take it and you have to do it real fast. Okay, I'm going to get canceled. There you go. Hubby said it. He always tells me, he said, you can't fix stupid. And he just told you my response. But you can kill it. Yeah. So that's my attitude. I just get irritated. Nadia, that's why you carry the duct tape and the body bags. Just saying. All right. This is supposed to get you guys to laugh, open up. It's okay to be angry, but as long as we can come here and we can vent together and we can understand each other, that dealing with the world, even in the collective, is very frustrating. Is it wrong? No. Is it okay? Yes, absolutely. We have to deal with different levels of people. And when you get so far up, the lower baby pages just make you sit there and do this. Does that make sense? Christine, you do it in a visual. Snap. Well, yeah. I've gotten to the point that I just have to go into a different realm and escape. But I like meeting up with you guys in that realm or that timeline, so to speak, because we're just as batshit crazy there as we are here. We laugh even harder. So, hello to everyone. Wednesday. Like I said, your oracles are beautiful today. Great new message. Not so much a lecture, a couple little hints of things we can work on. Well, Nadia, you are correct. I believe it's practice for you to either understand empathy or for you to shut the empathy off. Well, I'm splitting hairs here because I either care way too much and I want to fix everything. And then when it gets to the point where you shut it off, now I just want to kill everything. So somebody needs to help me find out a balance here because I don't like people. Have we talked about that? But you know what I mean. No lectures, Dumpling. It's all right. You need a shut-off valve, Joe? We're going to sit one day and just share stories. Patience, that's a dirty word. Patience. Don't pray for patience because Abba has a sense of humor. Oh, you want patience? I'll give you patience. No, I don't. Nope. All right. So let's get to it. Anybody got a question today? Have at it. It is open to anything. Whatever you want to do. Or we just sit and chat and vent. I don't care. Doesn't matter. My goal is to do an hour plus oracles and then do my thing with these babies. And I've got 2 chickens I got to go cook. I got to put 2 whole coal fryer chickens in the oven to bake. And then when hubby gets home, he'll have him a hot supper. That's my goal. I've got fresh yeast rolls rising. Nadia's eating my yeast rolls. All right. Jay, Rocco, you have no idea. You and I could sit and talk for hours, and I like unfiltered because I don't have one. Lee always told everybody if I ever had a funeral, he would stand up and say, if you knew anything about Jen, you would know she's like muddy water. She has no filter whatsoever. And then it was the fact that she doesn't care because I don't. You do your thing, Kathy. You do you, boo. Go take care of your mama. It is, Christine. And we're a few blocks away from Heiner's Bakery down here. It's just that area that I couldn't live down there. I'd grow like 10 times bigger. I'd gain weight from just smelling the yeast in the air. Yes, Mr. J. I was mentioned Christian isn't the right word for those who believe. I know. I don't like the word either. What would you or could you should it be? Well, I came up with my own terminology. A few years ago, Christian to me became very earthbound, man-made, and a disconnect to me because it puts you in a box and you're not allowed to branch out of the box. Because then they say, if you're a Christian, then you should never look at tarot. You should never do any of that stuff. Horseshit. So I started using the term, I am a follower of the way. And it just means that I know my way home and my compass is in the right direction to my creator. And that's it. It's not a one word terminology. I just said, I'm a follower of the way. What's your faith? What's your religion? I'm a follower of the way. What does that mean? That means I know my way home and that's where I'm going. And that's what I started saying. It's up to you. What do you feel comfortable with? But I will not go around doing the man-made terminology. I will not use Catholic, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist. I don't like any of them because I think that it's a melting pot and you put them all together and there's drip drops of each piece. And each piece becomes a follower of the way. And you know your way home, and that's where I'm going. You can put any name to it you want. Well, who's your God? My creator. Well, who's that? The one that made me. You understand? A follower of the way. I know my way home, and that's where I'm heading. That's my opinion. Well, that's very impersonal. Not to me. It sounds impersonal to you because you don't understand it. But if it registers to you and you go, you know what, that makes sense. I know who my creator is and I'm one with my creator. So that's where I'm heading. I'm on my way. So that's what I started doing. Yes, Miss Pat. You'd like to ask, are we going to ascend and never see all this craziness come to fruition? Sorry. Do we just keep the faith and know it will happen, but we won't be here to see it? You're going to be here to see it. It's horseshit if you believe that you're not going to be able to see the difference. The difference is it's not going to hurt you and affect you the way it would if you were walking around doing bah. Sorry, Sean. But, okay, Nadia, thank you. Pat, the best way I can put it is, yes, we have to see it. We have to be here and we're going to be here to pick up pieces. We ascend. Now, if you ascend a lot faster, well, girlfriend, just go on then. But as far as the majority and the collective go, we will be here to see it go to shit. But go to shit is parallel to so much better. How do you look at it? Is this doom and gloom and that's all you look at it because it's going to go to shit for you? Or do you see the blessings of killing the old system so we can grow and get bigger and better? How do you look at it? Remember the oracle cards that always says your perception? What is your perception of what you see? What is the bigger picture to you? Do you only see doom and gloom? Oh my God, this is all going to happen. Oh my God, the banks are crashing. Or do you see good? Because they need to, so we can go back to what we were supposed to be doing. So perception. We will be here to see it, and you will see people suffer. Being an empath, it's going to be hard. And then there's part of me going, well, duh. It's finding balance. We will not physically go anywhere in these meat sacks unless your contract's up. We will ascend, most likely one at a time, few drippy drops here and there, or we will go as a collective when the earth realm split. But these things do have to happen, and we will be here to see them. That's why I always, scoffed at the rapture concept. There is no fucking rapture. It's a man-made concept that was created about 250 years ago by a bunch of men who sat around and go, ooh, you know how to get them in your control? The word rapture is not even in the Bible that we have. Now, the term harbazo in a Jewish term is in there. It means to be caught away. Well, caught away does not mean floating in the clouds. Caught away means being pulled away from something. And that's when I started looking at the different realms. It may not register to you. It may not sit right with you. That's okay. You don't have to listen to me. But from what I've seen when I crossed over, talking to the Creator, holding me like a little infant and patting me, you talk about euphoric experience. It's going to be okay. What you see will not affect you, is what he told me. He just keep going, keep ascending, keep growing. That's all I need to know. What you see is going to be hard on your heart. I don't want you to totally harden your heart, but I don't want you to totally soften it to where you're just a doormat. You've got to find balance. Does that make sense, Pat? But we're not escaping anything. All right. So Nadia, thank you for letting me know. So Victoria has a question. Was that her question or your question, Nadia? I know, Jay. It gets to that point where you're just like, I don't care anymore. To a certain point, it's okay to believe that, because if they don't want help, just walk away. You're exhausting yourself. That was her question. Okay. You think we need to keep helping people wake up? No, I don't. My camera's going to go in and out. I do not believe that it's our job to pursue them and trying to wake them up. That's not our job anymore. If they can't see it by what's going on with the world, and if you've already spoken to them prior, do I think you should keep doing it? Nope. Now, do I think if they come to you and go, do you remember when you said, could you elaborate? If they come to you, go ahead and explain it. They're messing with me. Don't be talking about that. You can't be telling them truth now. They're going to mess with me. I'm still blurry. All right, guys, you're just going to have to deal with it. But I don't believe that we should pursue them. I believe if they pursue us, when they start to wake up, then be there to answer their questions. If you know how to answer their questions. If you don't, it's okay. And go, well, I wish I knew more, but this is what I can tell you. And then you can go slow. Go slow. A lot of people suggest start them with the video that the Fall of the Cabal is a good place to start. That may be a little too deep for them. Simply start with the question is, do you feel something's weird? Don't you feel something's off? You know what I'm saying? Start out little baby steps. They don't even know what the cabal is. Start slow. It depends on where you feel in your gut with your intuition where their level is at. If you feel they're ready for it, introduce it to them. Be there to answer questions the best way you can. But you are not, I guess the old term is your brother's keeper. You are if they ask for help, and you can help them, but they have to help themselves. They have to help themselves. They can't just sit back and then you just give them all the answers. You lead them to where to go and say, go watch this, go read this, go look this up. Don't do all the work for them, because that's just going to wear you out. And if you do it for 50 more come down the road, honey, you're never going to sleep. So you can just introduce them and say, well, if you'd like to know more, here's where you go. That's the best advice I can give you. You talking to the coffee dude? Did you whoop him into shape, Jay? All right. All right. Dumpling, that's good. Yeah, just don't volunteer your advice. Yeah, I mean, just don't. No. Nadia, no, not that what? Her question, no, not that what? Her question. Ugh, I can't keep up, Nadia. Can your cards tell me what was banging and shaking my house? Did it have to do with the crystal? Yeah, because the shaman that gave it to you is bad, and you need to take it out and bury it because it has cracks in it. You need to bury it so it can't touch the moonlight and get re-energized. So I want you to go bury it. And the banging and shaking is because you have a protective dome and bubble around you right now, and they're trying to get into it. And they can't, and they're pissed off. So whatever crystal you have is not actually good. I want you to take it, and I want you to go bury it in the backyard. Bury it beneath the surface, at least 6 inches, and do not let moonlight touch it. Pick it up, not with your bare hands, scoop it up, put it in something that's sealed, that light cannot get to it, something black, something dark. And I want you to go bury it, because the shaman that gave it to you is not a good shaman and does not have good purpose. Just saying. And then we're going to replace that crystal with a positive one that's energized. It can be energized through Luna with good positive. A paper bag will work, yes. So give it to Mother Gaia. Let her absorb the energy. She will take that energy and she will dispose of it properly. But that is causing most of your problems. The shaking and banging is them trying to break through your protective shield right now. So I want you to go bury it. They were placed all over your house, even in places you can't get to. There are like 50 of them. Okay, well, we can, even if you don't know where they're at, find the ones that you can, do that process. And the ones that you can't, I'm going to have Mother Gaia help. Your home is going to help because it has physical energy too. And we can spiritually, Nadia and I can work with you and do that. We can spiritually kill their energy remotely. Okay? So what we'll do is put a darkness barrier over them so no light and energy can get to them, so they can't rejuvenate. Once they die, they die. And then Gaia will absorb the energy. Okay? So, Jay, it doesn't have, it can be on her property. If she has the option of taking it somewhere else, buried under a tree. Bless the tree, bless Gaia, give it to her. But if she doesn't have that option, it's okay. Just mark an area that's just specifically for it and put energy around it to where it's not affecting the rest of the home. Because sometimes that's not possible. If there's a park or some place that you can go to, not that you want to take it to a public place, you do what you got to. If there's a wooded area somewhere, once it goes into Gaia, it's not going to affect anything. She will absorb the energy. She will take it because you bless Gaia and you say, thank you, Mother. will you please take this back down and destroy the energy? Because once light can't get to her, she can't be re-energized. Selenite it's not bad, but it depends on what it was blessed with, okay? You got to remember, any crystal, anything that you use in the spiritual realm can be used for negative or positive. You can use any stone, but what was the stone energized with? If you don't know, you need to start fresh. Let someone, an ascended master or someone, bless something that somebody from that you do trust. I can bless them. Nadia can bless them. I know Rocco would be able to do it. I know Jay is not really big into the crystals, but that's okay. But have someone that you trust to do it. And then you take them and you gift them of the divine light. Say, I gift this to my sister, and it's a whole process. But I will talk to you about this. It's very, very simple. I know it sounds complicated, but it's really not. You're just killing one energy and rejuvenating another. Okay. How many do you have, Victoria? Because it's very possible. Do they sit together? Because energy does jump from one crystal to another. But they can. You may need to start fresh. You may need to start fresh, because I don't know what you have. I don't know what you're like. You know, do you have a box of them? They all. Well, if you cleanse them, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Were they given to you by this shaman? Because if any of them were given to you by the shaman, they have to go. Now, if you've collected them on your own or been gifted by good friends or whatever, you can keep those. That's fine. You found them? No, that's okay. Then you can keep those because you cleanse them. That comes from your energy, which is good, and of the light. But anything that the shaman gave you, I would get rid of. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Jay, you're right. Yeah, the intention behind it is everything. So, but the shaman's intention was not good. When you buy them or find them, your intention is good of the divine light. So would it be if I gifted you one? So the intention behind it is what the energy is. So I just want you to think about any of the ones that the shaman gave to you, and those are the ones we're going to collect as many as you can and bury. We'll protect the rest. And if they're hidden, they're probably not connected to daylight anyway. So we can bury that energy. They're just getting re-energized by the ones that are sitting around. But that's the process. And Nadia and I will talk to you, and we'll get down to the nitty-gritty details. Yes, Mary Jane, it does. Don't just put it on the sun, though. I want you to, there is a process. You put it in the sun, but you talk to Mother Gaia, Father Sky, and I want you to present it from the divine light, from your heart chakra to the divine, and say, please cleanse this crystal. Set it in the direct sunlight, and you thank Mother and you thank Father and you thank your ascended masters and your guardian angels, and it bring the whole plethora of the family in. Set it before the sun and let it absorb that energy. That's good cleansing. That's really good. It's your intention behind it. Just do a blessing. And then once you pick it up and hold it and bring it back into your home or whatever you do with it, then you give thanks to Mother and Father and give thanks to the whole gang, so to speak, if that makes sense. Okay, you got it. Boy, what a night. I'll have to check all areas now. I know, but don't wear yourself out. You're still in that protective bubble. They're just trying to get your attention, and they're trying to input fear into you. If they win and you're fearful, then they're like, ha ha, bubble or no bubble, I'll be back when it breaks. No, we're not doing that. House starts shaking around here. Either the wind's trying to blow the roof off or they're trying to piss me off, and it doesn't work. I laugh because if something tries to crawl into a little hole in this house when they try to go after my babies, they're upstairs. As soon as the sage stick is in a hand, I open the door and start heading up the stairs, and you hear, and they run like hell because they're like, oh shit, somebody got her up. There's an old meme somebody put out. People used to send it to me all the time, and it says, the devil with a shocked look on his face and then disappointment. He goes, oh shit, she's up. And it's somebody getting out of bed in the morning. Yeah, that's what they think. Because I don't put up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Not buy anything with Velcro. Cause it's loud and annoying. It's a total ripoff. Tell that to the military. Wasn't that the dumbest thing ever? You can't hear me in combat. Rip. It's the dumbest thing. They're not very smart. How much did Santa pay for his sleigh? I don't know, Terry. You tell me, honey. Let's see. Nothing. It was on the house. Nope. Y'all nuts. I'll let y'all pick out what kind of nut you want to be. Nadia guessed it. Do we get a prize if you guess the answer before they can put it up? Terrible. I know, Jay, that's like a face palm. Like, really? Ugh. But that's all right. That's why we're here to laugh. Wow, Dumpling. Jess steals hubbies and puns. Whew, she's on a roll because her name is Butter. All right. All right, guys. Anybody else got a question? Can you tell me who your son Gabe is and what his purpose is? Layla, didn't we do Gabe once before, or where he came from or something like that? But I'll pull. Oh, I remember he was being maybe possibly bullied at school. I hope that was corrected. And he was hurting a lot worse. There's something going on in his life that's causing him a lot of pain. Okay. I'm going to pull tarot, but I'm also going to pull the purpose cards. Beautiful cards. Wow. Little warrior. All right. He's got work to do. He's trying to clean up some family stuff. What is that? Oh, that's your dad's, yeah. He ordered it. Just put it on his table. I know. That's all right. Mm. Mm-mm. Oh. He's still dealing with some things. Something going on at home he doesn't feel comfortable with. Okay. Like I said, stop. Okay. So when it comes to Gabe, the Nine of Pentacles, his spirit is very independent. He doesn't like being told what to do. He doesn't like following stuff. I mean, if he's a kid, most kids don't. But there's a purpose behind it. He is here to bring his gift. That's the Six of Cups. He has a gift to give and he wants to give it. But no one's listening to him. It's do this, do that, and he's very irritated with the energy that's around him. Layla, I don't know if this is you yet because I haven't finished the deck, but in the past, Queen of Pentacles, he needs a mother support. Remember, Mama Bear needs to come out. Mama Bear needs to pay more attention to what he's feeling. She comes back into this. He's working so hard. Man, he's working hard. There's your worker bee. That's your Eight of Pentacles. He is working and manifesting so hard to do what his gift is, and no one's paying attention to him. I'm not here to be mean. I'm just telling you what Spirit's saying. What is his purpose? Because he's part of this spiritual collective, and no one will listen to him. He's confused. He doesn't know what his exact gift is yet, but he's working on it, but no one wants to listen to him. There's something about the energy around him that's irritating to him. Okay. This is why the energy with him, this is advice, whatever the energy is around him, whatever you think it is not. That's the moon. It's an illusion. What you think he's going through is not what he's going through, but he's not going to tell you. Why? Because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. He's going to fight his way through it. That's the Knight of Swords. Now, it may be hard to hear because that's truth. But I pulled the other deck. And what is going to help him find his life's purpose is surrounding himself with people that understand how to connect with spirit. That's yoga. That's connecting, then getting the Kundalini activated and doing all that. Focusing on his energy, cleansing it, making sure that he's in a good energy spot with somebody who's going to listen to what he needs and what he wants. Now, you take this however you want to. Travel. It means he may need to go away. That doesn't mean that you send him away because he's a stinking rotten kid. That's not what this says. It means he needs to distance himself because no one's listening to him. He's still very stuck. He's what you call a starseed. He is a little one that absolutely knows something's wrong. He doesn't know what it is, and he's not quite sure how to fix it, but he's very focused and working on trying to figure out what it is, and he needs his space. Wow. Great advice. His soul contract, that's the Two of Cups. He is a baby page starting out. Cups. He's very emotional. He is full of emotion right now. He's starting out on his own journey. He doesn't even know what it is yet. Spirit's not going to be specific because Spirit's job is not to tell him. He's going to figure that out. That's part of his journey and his soul contract. What do you need to do? And him, Temperance. Be patient with him. Understand that there's a difference that he's battling right now between the earthly 3D and the spiritual realm. Please be patient. This is not a bashing reading. It's an understanding reading of that he is coming from a place that you may not quite get. He needs space. Mama Bear can be there to fight battles, but there's some battles he needs to do on his own. Okay? But his purpose is to go within and find himself spiritually, which all of us are. It's just harder when you're a little kid because you don't know any of this stuff. If we were taught that when we were little, we probably wouldn't be in half the messes that we're in, but we are. Be grateful that he's younger. Let him explore his spirituality. Okay? Wow. Your base card on that is Seven of Wands. The only thing he's doing is fighting to stand his own ground right now. That's all he's doing. In every aspect of his life, he's just fighting to hold his own. Okay? So that's your base card. Not all readings are goody tissues and gumdrops. It's not. But Spirit helps us to try to understand where people need space and understanding. Then Layla, you tell him, well, your mama, you tell him what you think. My advice is I wouldn't set my sights on a man-made anything at this point. I would let him ask his questions and answer it with a question. What is your heart telling you? What do you feel? I wouldn't put a label on our Creator. Let him figure it out, because we can't be doing the brainwashing thing anymore, or barn washing. That's what we say around here. If he's so spiritual, but he's stuck, but he's working so hard, he just wants answers. So we start teaching them about their intuition. What does your gut feel? How do you feel about it? And if he goes, well, I think it's all bullshit, let him go with bullshit. That's his journey. That's the Two of Cups soul contract. Let him call bullshit. And then say, well, what do you think is right? Well, I'm not quite sure. Well, is there somebody that you would like to talk to that's neutral? Because there's some things moms need to step aside. I had to learn that. If my kids feel like they want to talk to somebody else, I let them, as long as I trust them, which is like a very short list. But I know my kids now could pick up the phone and call Nadia if they needed to. Even the babies, even little man, he'll say, hi, Sprig. He'll go, where's Nada? Where's Nada? He didn't call her Nadia. He said, Nada? Where's Nada? Okay, he's speaking with friends that are going through communion. So he thinks that he needs to do the blood sacrifice, bread, body broken for you, blood shed for you, drinking and drinking. I know. I was raised that way too. I'm an adult now. I used to do communion many times, at least at Christmas and Easter, the C's and E's, Christmas and Easter. I don't do communion anymore. Do I think my Creator punishes me for it? Because I still love my Jesus. I just think we got our wires crossed. Do I think that it'd be okay if he experimented with it? I think that needs to be his decision. I don't know how old he is. I don't know how easily he's influenced right now. But if he's a teenager, doesn't really matter. He's going to be influenced one way or another. Peer pressure is a very real thing. He hasn't asked for it, but trying to see what they are saying is true. Okay, so he wants to know the history of their faith. Are they Catholic? I mean, Christians take communion too. Catholics, just a separation from that. He's going to be 8. Oh, he's a baby. Wow, he is a little starseed. Okay, well, then we need to put it on his level, but don't dumb it down to the point he's smarter than what you think. I would tell him the history and the facts of where it came from and who started it. That doesn't mean your opinion. That means you go Google it and you print it out of what man tells you what it is. But then you counter it with, do we believe that that's right? You have to go within to find that. He's a baby. Let him explore. Is it going to kill him? No. Our Creator understands. He's merciful. Mother's going to be merciful as well. So just let him explore. Watch him, though. I mean, don't just turn him loose, because he could be getting into anything and everything. But just watch him. Don't push your beliefs on him. Just help him explore. Guide him through exploration, if that makes sense. Okay? And if you need help, let me know. Okay? Oh, I know. You and Z are crack me up. Nadia Jr., basically. Yep. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Let's not push him on where you were raised or what your beliefs are in someone else's faith. Let him go. Let him figure it out. Even as a baby, they're smarter than what you think. Okay. Some believe about Catholicism and what they believe about Islam, and he said he wants to be a Catholic. Then the best advice I can give you is give him the history of Catholicism and where it came from. Would I be happy if my child became a Catholic? No. Would I hate them? No. Because he's still little and he doesn't understand. I know it's a whole lot of information. Let him start with Catholicism and let him explore all of them. One will trigger something in his soul. Just don't let him get so wrapped up into it, but let him lead it. He's smarter than what you think. Okay? Yeah, I agree, Jay. You read the Bible like a comic book because you're like, this shit can't not be real. I'm not saying it's not real. I think there's a lot of it that there's a lot of truth to, but I also believe there's a whole lot that's manipulated, left out, and added to. So I'm going into it with an open mind, even at my age, going, we'll see. What I do know is that I have a connection with my Creator. And as loving as I know that my Creator is, that's good enough. Okay? Yeah, even as adults, we're still searching. He's no different than many. Exactly, that's what I just said. It's even as adults, we're still picking and looking and asking questions. And I mean, when I was a little kid, did I ever think tarot was an option? No, but I knew something wasn't right in the church. Does it depend on his past lives being super religious or not? It can, but he's too little right now. Let's do one big obstacle at a time before we get into past lives. Now, if he brings up a past life and he goes, but I keep remembering I've done this before, that's when we address it. Even though you know he hasn't, if he starts saying, but I've seen this before, but I think I've done this before, if he starts to bring it up, absolutely address it. That's when you call somebody like me and go, hey, let's pull some past lives here. Let's take it there, because then they are picking up on that energy. That's why I'm saying when people say past lives don't matter, horseshit, because you carry energy. Can we fix our past life? Not that particular life, but there are elements of that past life that can be addressed. What we call family curses and energy and cords that need to be cut. We let it, forgiveness, meditation, let it go. But we don't hang on to it. Once we address it, the past life is gone. Does that make sense? You're so funny, Jake. Thank you, honey. All right. Does it depend on, yeah. So, yeah, past lives, if he picks up that I've seen this, been there, done that kind of thing, then we address past lives. Right now, he's just trying to figure out this one. Aren't we all? Christine has a question. Okay. Do I need to go home? You're very welcome, Layla. If you see your past life, does that mean we need to work on that karma? If you feel there was karma, do you feel that you've had family issues and it may go back generational? I mean, you go within and ask yourself, does something not feel right? A lot of times our fears manifest in this life because of something we dealt with in a past life. If there's somebody in your family now that you can't deal with and you just cannot figure out how to do forgiveness and move on, then we need to address where the cords come from. Is it because, and tarot is great about being a tool that you can use. Is it an exact science? No, but it can help guide you. And that's why we use oracle cards. There's all different kinds of them, all the different decks. I'll break out all 100 of them if I need to, just to get down to it. And even sometimes Spirit says, no, you will figure it out because it's not your time yet. I love saying that. All right. Christine has the question. I have to find it, or Nadia will scream it out to me. Just repeat it, guys. Okay, I see it. Similar question about my 17-year-old grandson. We have some great conversations, and I'm helping him enough to understand. Let me do a yes or no spread, but Christine, if I pick up on your energy, and your aura is beautiful. You have a very beautiful purple aura. So that means that your intention is beautiful and you're protected. So your intentions are good. That means if you're not pushing him in one direction or another, you should be fine. But I'll do a yes or no spread to see, and even if it's clicking with him. Because I know sometimes they look at you and go, well, yeah, I agree. But then they walk away going, I don't know what the hell she just said, but okay. They're teenagers. They do that. Ew. What kind of soup we having, Jay? Yummy, yum. Yeah, see, Dumpling wants to know too. There you go, Christine. You just give him the options and let him run with it. And they will. This younger generation is a whole lot smarter than we give them credit for. And thank goodness they are. The world they're growing up in. Wow. Yes, Miss Christine, you're doing great. You should pat yourself on the back. Because you're a warrior and a manifester yourself. So will he be. And the magician. Because of your ascension and where you're at, you're helping him ascend as well. It's not a trickster card in the way it's aspected. These are all 3 yeses. And a flat out Ace of Cups. Yes, your emotions are in the right place. And he's going to follow. That's a flat out ace. Yeah. So 3 huge yeses. Christine, you're doing fine. Just keep following the pattern that you are. Okay? All right. Vegetable, most veggies from your garden. Yummy, yum. Homemade. I have some homemade vegetable soup in it's canned. It's in my refrigerator. In a jar. Oh, Mary Jean's fasting today. We done ruined it. Me too, Jay. I fast between meals. Yeah. Nobody was specific of how close together the meals were. You're very welcome, honey. You're so funny. All right. All right. We've got an hour. Let's start your oracles. Because they got something to say today. You ready for this? And I told you no lectures. No lectures. It's not that bad. All right. They're really good, though. You got a new angel today. Can I see if your son's an NPC? How about a yes or no spread? Would that make you happy, Terry? All right. Thank you, Jay. I'm doing my hour shows plus oracles, and that seems to be keeping my energy at bay and making sure that I don't do too much because of everything else I've got my mitts into. Is your son an NPC, Terry? You're not going to kill the messenger if the answer is yes, is it? Okay. The answer is no, but, and that's a huge but, very, very influenced by the world. He's not an NPC. It's just that he's barn washed, if you know what I mean. The reason is he's very, very distracted. He's not paying attention. He's woke, not awake. Bah. Does that make sense? There's a difference between a sheep and an NPC. NPCs just don't give a shit. They will never change. Sheep can be herded in a different direction. He's very distracted and he's not paying attention to his true gift, okay? So he's emotionally detached. Does that make him an NPC? No. He is in limbo right now as the hangman. He is stuck. But it says, be patient, give it time. What needs to happen? This is the devil card. He is influenced and caged up right now and attached to worldly things. What we need to work on, getting him undistracted, give it some time, and breaking the chains away from the devil. But I do not get it. He's an NPC. It just causes, this just shows me what his distraction is. It's the world and the 3D stuff. He's just too attached to that. Will he change? Wow. Very quickly, actually. Complete and victory. That's a celebratory card. That's the 4 of Wands. He will come to his senses. It's going to happen extremely fast. And it will make him a warrior. It's probably going to piss him off when he realizes the truth is actually in front of him. Okay. So we also want to bring him temperance and being calm. It's going to piss a lot of people off, and they're going to want to rip people's heads off. But he will be okay. Okay? So, Terry, I think he's fine. Good foundation card, Mama Bear. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. That she is the queen, Mama Bear, of manifesting. So you stay in prayer and meditating and manifesting that he's already there. He's got his head straight, and it's going to happen. So it gave you a job to do too. Okay? Is it going to happen to everyone? No. 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 We're barely going to get a handful more. We still will get some. Nah. The majority of the people on the planet, 3/4 of them are NPCs. Easy. Well, praise the Lord, Renee. Renee says hello. She's doing good. She said the rain has stopped. So we praise the Lord for that one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we still put a hedge of protection around you, Miss Renee, that you continue to stay halfway dry. Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jay. Honey, just put your intention and your love and the light of Christ around her. You know that. It's like talking and preaching to the choir. You know all that good stuff. The predicted solar flare is either going to make it worse and they will fall victim. Do I think it'll heal the vax? No. No. No, I don't. I think it'll actually activate it, make it worse. You're welcome, honey. Yeah, I don't. Solar flares do different things. They can either make you really, really tired and lethargic, or they can energize you. Do we know what type of solar flare it is until it gets here? Unfortunately not. We have to run with it. If it knocks you on your butt, makes you lethargic, give it time. That means they're preparing you to get enough rest because you're upgrading. If it energizes you, that means use your energy, get out there and manifest and get your work done and help and do what you can. I do not believe that this is going to help anyone. Does natural sun help, like vitamin D and kind of stuff? But no. But because it's it is radiation. There's good radiation, there's bad radiation. And this kind of, unfortunately, is like 5G, and it will activate people going crazy. So, your brother was in a small car rollover. I've been at the hospital. Oh, love his heart. Love his heart. He's critical. All right. Well, then let's do this. Before, thank you, Renee. It's my intention to make people laugh. Sometimes I don't intend it. I just do. Before I read your oracles, join me in a quick prayer. Just real quick, let's just give glory to our Creator, and let's ask for some guidance and help from not only our Creator, but all of our ascended masters, guardians, and angels. So if you'll join me, please, we'll just do it real quick if you want to. All right. Dear Heavenly Creator, we come to you today humbled to your mercy and grace that you remember all of us and on time of our need, in all the times and the prayers that we need right now. So many people are suffering right now, and we ask your guidance, your patience, understanding, and just be able to, your healing of what you can put on people. Help us manifest it, guide us, and lead us in the right direction of where we need to go. Send all of your ascended masters and all the heavenly hosts out there and our guardian angels to help us understand what's going on with anybody that needs prayer right now, whether it's medical, financial, spiritual, emotional, whatever the situation is. We ask you to come and just pour down your love and your light and your mercy and grace on all of us, and lead us and guide us straight back home to you, because that's where we belong. We come to you as a collective to ask these things, and we pour the white light of Christ and his divinity around everything and anyone that needs it right now. And we ask all these things in your heavenly creative name. And amen and amen. So let it be, and so it is. And amen and amen. All right. Sometimes you just got to stop and pray. And that was one of them times. So thank you for allowing me to do that, because I was going to do it anyway. You know me. All right. Now, let's see what Spirit's telling us today. You're so welcome. All right. So angel abundance today. Here's a new one. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Probably because we're praying and manifesting and meditating. So let's see what it says. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So we are breaking cords, going through barriers. We are moving forward. That's a good thing. That means all the hard work, if you're putting in the work. Not everybody wants to put in work. It's not a cheat sheet. You can't just get someone else to do it for you. If you're doing the work, whatever level you're at, and whatever terms that you're at, that's fine. Creator understands. But if you just call somebody and say, can you fix this? That is not working. But if you're doing the work, Spirit says you're going to see the results of that. So congratulations. All right, let's do Archangel Oracle. Cheat sheet still in hand. There we just went blurry. Speaking of archangels, come in here and fix this camera. You're driving me nuts. Today's archangel is Archangel Amethyst. Very pretty in purple. I know it's blurry. Come on, manifest. Sage is still burning. It's just wacky. It's technology. It's me. What'd you expect? Creator, come in here and fix this. Jen's going to take a camera and throw it through the window. Anyway, I'll just hold it up. It says, purify your life with love. Prepare for something better. That means your ascension. That means you're growing. Things are get better. Well, the angel abundance says the same thing. So love and gratitude. Remember to keep your energy and your vibration up with gratitude and love and appreciation and thanks. I'll hold it here as I read the rest of this, and hopefully it'll clear up. Drawing this card suggests that you are ready for an ascension leap. Whew, been doing plenty of them. However, you must first transmute any vibrations that no longer serve you. So you are being asked to examine your life. Whoop, what'd they say? You got work to do. Is anyone holding you back? Do you feel stuck in any particular area? Is your work satisfying, or is it time for a change? Do you need to release an old belief? Well, isn't that fancy? Because these were pulled way before we started talking about stuff like that today. When you have identified issues, people, or energies that have fulfilled their purpose, ask Archangel Amethyst to help you release them with love. Call on her to bathe you in her amethyst light, which is purple, by the way, to transmute all lower vibrations. Know that she is doing all that you allow her to do in order to assist your transition. Yeah. And yeah, and as you do this, you're going to attract new people in your life. And some of the current people in your life may start to kind of disappear. Don't take it hard. We're still going to stay blurry because it's just being a pain in the butt. Well, we rebuke that. All right. So today, you've only got one that is a little bit of lecture version. We've had it before. It's guilt. Are you holding on to guilt? Do you feel guilty for something you should have let go of? Are you making someone else feel guilty for something they did? This is an energy that's right up there with fear. It drains the life out of you and you cannot ascend. Do not feel guilty. You've got to cut cords and let it go. You apologize, you ask for forgiveness, and you release it. Release yourself, okay? If you feel guilty for something. Say, I'm sorry, won't do it again. I hope you forgive me. Even if they're not talking to you anymore, you put the energy out there of love. That's what you do. That's all you can do. Okay, Renee, I saw your message. I'll read it in just a second. So don't hold on to guilt if you're feeling it. And if you're trying to make somebody else feel bad, there it is. If you're trying to make somebody else, here's Amethyst, by the way, so you can see her pretty. Don't continue to make somebody else feel bad for something. Don't hold on to that anger because you're just holding yourself back. You're doing more damage to yourself than you are them. Okay? We also have creation. We are ascending. We're creating, and she's manifesting stuff in her hand. We get good at this. Y'all be proud of yourselves. All right? This is beautiful, and I'm glad we stopped to do it because I forgot I pulled this one. And that's continue to do your prayers. Be at solitude with your creator, whatever you call a prayer. Some people call it meditation. Some people just call it taking a walk with Gaia. Whatever your definition of prayer is, remember your creator. Okay? And be one with the creator because you are one with the creator. Go within. Okay? So let go of guilt. Because you'll be able to create more. If you need to do, and how you do that is through prayer. Okay? Great advice. We can't hang on to guilt. All right? So if you are, we have more work to do. We need to cut cords and release that negative energy. Just be grateful and give gratitude. And I am so grateful that I have all of you. I'm grateful for my family and the resources that I have. I'm grateful for the new journey that my creator has put me on most of the time. You got to have a sense of humor too. I'm grateful for a sense of humor because if not, I would have been locked up a long time ago. And Lee would have driven me there himself. Yeah. Always grateful. Always love. I know it's hard sometimes. People aren't always easy to like or love. Love them. You don't have to like them. Believe me. I look at my own family sometime and go, you know, I love you to death, but I don't have to like you right now. All right, Miss Renee. This is Renee's recommendation, not my own, because I don't know who it is. So let's just say Sister Renee says, that was beautiful. I'm assuming the prayer. Can I recommend another YouTuber? His channel is Unit the Collective. I think you would totally relate to him. Just look over the California flair of talking. Uh-oh. All right. He's funny, though. His name is Rion, Rion. I'm assuming that is spelled correctly, Renee. I do not know who that is, so that is not my recommendation, but Sister Renee's. But Renee, I will go check it out. Okay? Don't know anything about him, but that's all right. All right? All right. Yeah, people are starting to pop out because they got to go too. Yeah. I'm going to go do my thing and get some stuff done around here. And I have one more appointment that I have to make and schedule today, so I'm going to go do that. And as of right now, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the goal for Friday night show. Next week's schedule is going to be a little bit different. Mondays is the same. Wednesday is a little iffy right now. Friday, there will be no show because I will be out of town and will not be here. Wonder where I'm going. All right. Anyway, so Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, global, whatever you want to call it, Friday fun and follies and, well, you know, whatever. Freaky Friday. All right. Yes, I love you all. I love you all. Love and light. Some y'all love on each other. If you need me, hit me up. And I will see you Friday night. All right. Y'all behave yourselves. I love all y'all. All right. Blessings, blessings. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Keep your energy up.